show. I just wanna see more desto. Itchy thought I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Itchy sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like I'm keeping score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins.
Let's go! Mike 58, right there. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Push it. Next spot. Right. Yeah. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Ready to break.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Ready? Mike, what do you want? Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming. You ain't going nowhere. Go. Motion.
They'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Number 53. Mike 53.
1st down, a run with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Switch. Okay. Spell. Okay. Switch.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Set.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
You better be afraid of me. Hey,
looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. This is Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's third and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Shaq Thompson here to the pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 9 now. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Second and 3. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it with Cohen. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll set up a throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 13 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Riley Ridley, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check 52.
51's the mine. 51's the mine. Crunch time, defense.
51's mine.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second. He's got daylight, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Sue. Hey. Step.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And some room to maneuver. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Coleman. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That's 6, baby.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Come on, let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down. They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
2nd and 4. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Say, let's go.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
54's Mike, 54's
2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. The Redskins on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
He'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Back to throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Back to throw. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Check 50.
61, matchbox lights.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw. Daniels. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Go. Get by.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Check 24. Check 24.
Shoot. Run.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
65.
Back to throw. He's got Fuller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.